Imagine, like, leading a double life, so convincingly that even your closest family, they have no idea.
Yeah.
That's the story of Domain Richards.
Oh, wow.
This young man from Connecticut, he, vanished.
Huh.
Just disappeared.
Wow.
Into thin air.
Yeah.
Leaving behind a ton of secrets.
Oh.
And questions.
Right.
Nobody has answers to. So today we're diving deep into Domain's case.
Okay.
We're going to try to piece together his double life.
Okay.
His sudden disappearance and the investigation.
Right.
That's still going on.
Yeah.
Haunting his family.
It's crazy, like, how someone can just vanish, you know? Just disappear.
Yeah.
What strikes me about this case is the contrast.
Oh, yeah.
Between Domain's, how he appeared to everybody.
Right.
Versus, like, the hidden world that he lived in.
Yeah.
He was, on the surface, I guess, he was an ordinary FedEx contractor.
Oh, okay.
Just blending in, right? Everyday routine, deliveries and pickups.
Makes sense.
But he was orchestrating this nationwide marijuana operation.
What? No way.
Yeah, going all across state lines.
Oh, wow.
Making a lot of money.
That's wild.
It's almost like a movie, right?
Totally.
Average guy next door.
Yeah, yeah.
But this whole secret life, high stakes.
Wow.
So let's, unpack what we know about his double life.
Yeah.
I mean, his work as a FedEx contractor.
Yeah.
Gave him access to, like, a massive network, right, of routes, locations.
Makes sense.
But according to Detective Jacobson, he led the investigation.
Right.
Domain got into the drug trade because of a chance discovery. He was on the job, found some marijuana.
Okay.
And that was it, I mean.
Really?
Opened the door to this dangerous, fatal path.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it's so interesting how random things can lead to such profound consequences, tragic consequences.
Yeah.
In Domain's case, this chance encounter with marijuana, it didn't just, like, lead him to dealing.
Yeah.
It propelled him into this huge nationwide operation.
Wow.
I mean, think about all the logistics involved.
Right.
Coordinating shipments.
Yeah.
Managing contacts across state lines.
Oh,
navigating all the risks, of the drug trade.
Of the huge risks.
This wasn't just some, small-time thing.
Right.
Street corner.
Yeah.
I mean, this is complex.
Wow.
This was an enterprise.
Right.
Demanding, cunning, organization.
For sure.
Risk tolerance.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of that.
Definitely. And it wasn't just a side hustle either. Like, Domain was making real money.
Oh, yeah.
Up to, $10,000 a week.
Yeah.
Reportedly.
Wow.
That kind of cash flow. I mean, in the drug trade.
Yeah.
You could just imagine the world, right?
Total.
That he was a part of.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what kind of network he was operating within.
Yeah.
The level of trust, right?
Right.
He had to have.
Yeah.
In other people.
Oh, yeah.
And the potential dangers, right?
Right.
Looking beneath the surface of this lucrative but illicit business.
Exactly. That kind of money attracts attention from the people who want to profit.
Of course.
But also from those who want to exploit, Oh,
totally.
It pulls you into, this web of dangerous connections, shifting alliances, constant potential violence.
Wow.
The craziest part.
What's that?
His family.
Yeah.
They had no clue.
Really?
To this whole other side of his life.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to believe that you could, lead this double life so well that even your family, your closest loved ones are totally in the dark.
Yeah.
It says a lot about Domain.
Right.
And the lengths he went to keep these things separate.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to protect his family
maybe.
From, the reality of his choices.
Maybe.
Or maybe it was a deeper deception. Maybe he was trying to shield them from the dangers.
Right.
He knew were there.
Yeah.
It's hard to say for sure.
Right. Now, let's rewind.
Okay.
To November 13th, 2007.
Right.
That was the day the Domain vanished.
Right.
Just gone.
Yeah.
Leaving all these questions behind.
Right.
That still bother everyone who knew him.
Yeah.
He told his girlfriend, Sherry Jones, that he was headed to Waterbury.
Okay.
But he was vague about his plans.
Mm.
This was the last time anybody saw him alive.
Wow.
So this trip to Waterbury,
yeah,
it seemed so ordinary, right, at the time.
Yeah.
But it was actually a crucial turning point in this story.
Right.
Domain's carefully constructed facade starts to crack.
Yeah.
And the events that happen after that expose this dark underbelly of his secret life.
Okay.
So we found out later that this trip to Waterbury was for a drug deal.
Oh, wow.
With an acquaintance named Mick.
Right.
And it went really bad. So these failed drug deals, they're rarely clean.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stakes are high.
Of course.
People are tense.
Totally.
And the potential for violence is always simmering.
Always there.
Right beneath the surface.
Right.
So this failed deal
Yeah.
becomes this pivotal moment in the investigation.
Right.
Shifts the focus towards the dangers of his activities.
Yeah.
And raises the question, was this just a business transaction?
Yeah.
That went wrong?
Right.
Or was this something way more sinister?
Right.
And then things get even crazier. Okay.
Oh.
We learned about this phone call.
Yeah.
Domain had.
Okay.
With Leon.
Okay.
His New York girlfriend's brother.
Right.
Leon remembers hearing Domain say, "It's not going down like this."
Wow.
Before the call cuts out.
Wow.
That phrase, "It's not going down like this."
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah, totally.
It's like you can see Domain in this situation, right? Where he's losing control.
Right.
You know, maybe he's being threatened, coerced.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It just raises the stakes.
Totally.
And it suggests that, this confrontation could have come deadly.
Right.
Then silence.
Yeah.
After those words. It just adds to this sense of urgency.
Totally.
And danger.
Totally.
It's like we're listening in to this crucial moment.
Right.
This moment.
Yeah.
That might explain what happened.
Right.
But we're missing pieces.
Right.
It's like a puzzle with, missing pieces.
Right.
The full picture is hidden.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. We just have glimpses, fragments.
Yeah.
And the truth is, it's shrouded in mystery.
Like trying to see through fog. Right. You can just make out shapes.
Yeah.
But you can't quite see it.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah.
You can hear things, but they're muffled. We know that something bad happened.
Yeah.
But the details, they're just hidden from view.
Okay, so Domain.
Yeah.
He also mentioned this meeting with someone named Madhouse.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts. Later that night.
Okay.
Was this another drug deal? Was this someone from his past?
Right.
Was he trying to escape
the
situation?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right.
So a madhouse. Yeah. Another piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. It shows just how connected Domain's double life was.
Right.
All these contacts, obligations across multiple states.
Oh, right.
Who was Madhouse?
Right.
What was his role?
Right, yeah.
Did he play a role?
Right.
I mean, we don't know.
No. So while Domain was out there navigating this world, deals, dangerous encounters, his girlfriend, Sherry, she got worried.
Yeah. Of course.
She started reaching out to his friends.
Okay.
And people he knew.
Yeah.
She was desperately, trying to piece together what he was doing, why he had vanished.
Yeah.
And her search led her to this address in Waterbury.
Okay.
But the police checked it out.
Yeah.
No Domain.
Wow.
It's so sad, right?
Yeah.
She's in the dark, grappling with this sudden disappearance.
Yeah.
She had no idea about this world that he was involved in, or all this danger.
Yeah.
Her efforts to find him are just so heartbreaking.
Of course.
She just wants to understand.
Yeah.
And it reflects the pain and confusion of everyone left behind,
Right.
The people that loved him.
Yeah.
But they didn't really know him.
Right.
So at this point, the police were totally in the dark about his drug dealing.
Right.
They're treating this like a,
right.
missing person case.
Yeah.
Unaware of all this, this dangerous stuff about to come out.
Yeah.
And then things take a sharp turn.
Okay.
When Nick, the guy from the drug deal,
right,
contacts the police. This was huge.
Okay.
Nick's testimony brings in this element of the drug trade.
Right.
It gives us a motive, right?
Yeah.
For Domain's disappearance.
Right.
And it sheds light on this world that he was living in.
Yeah.
It turns from a missing person case into something much more serious.
Right.
So Nick tells them everything.
Yeah.
About the failed deal.
Okay.
Mentions the 15 pounds of marijuana.
Wow.
That Domain had with him.
Okay.
And then, this is crazy.
What's that?
Right after talking to the police, Nick starts getting these threatening calls.
Wow.
Blocked number. Clearly, somebody is trying to shut him up. Cover their tracks.
Right.
And those calls. Right?
Yeah.
Chilling.
Totally.
Reminders of just how brutal this world can be.
Right.
They highlight the danger that Domain was in.
Totally.
And the lengths that these people would go to.
Right.
To protect themselves and their secrets.
Right.
It's a world where loyalty is, like, fluid.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
And violence is the tool that they use.
Yeah. It's always there.
Yeah.
Right under the surface.
The police, they were finally starting to get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
About Domain's disappearance.
Right.
This wasn't just like some missing person case.
Yeah.
Right.
No, definitely not.
They needed to figure out his movements.
Right.
His connections. Where was he last?
Yeah.
So they looked at his phone records.
Smart. Those can be really helpful.
Totally.
Like a gold mine.
Yeah.
You know, for investigators. Like, you know, in this digital world, we leave all these digital footprints everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And those records, they gave him a timeline.
Yeah.
They could see, like, where he was in those last few hours.
Yeah.
Before he disappeared.
Right.
It showed them he was traveling, like, all over.
Oh, wow.
Multiple states.
Wow. It's like they were
yeah.
tracing his steps, right?
Right.
It's following these digital breadcrumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
So the records showed him going from New York up to Waterbury and then towards Hartford.
Right.
And that's where things stopped.
Oh, wow.
That last phone call, you know.
Yeah.
The one with Leon.
Right.
Where he says, it's not going down like this.
Right.
That was from Hartford.
Huh. So that last phone call, it becomes, like, you know, the center of everything. It's like the last thing we hear from him, you know?
Right.
And it just makes you think.
Totally.
What happened next?
Yeah.
Who was he with?
Right.
And why did the call end?
Exactly.
So suddenly.
Right.
It's like so many questions.
So the police are now thinking, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he was abducted.
Right.
Maybe he was murdered.
Right.
The stakes are higher now, right?
Absolutely.
And the mystery just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Deeper.
Totally.
Every day.
Right.
They kept following every lead.
Good.
You know, meticulously.
Yeah.
Piecing it all together.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who was in his other life.
Right, right.
And one of those leads was Madhouse.
Oh, right.
Remember? The mysterious guy?
Yeah, yeah.
He was supposed to meet in Massachusetts.
Right.
But as they dug deeper, it became clear they never met.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that, you know?
Yeah.
You get these leads.
Right.
They seem promising.
Right.
But they go nowhere.
Yeah.
Dead ends.
Right.
It's frustrating, you know?
Sure.
It makes everything more complicated.
Totally.
In this case, Madhouse didn't lead them to Domain.
Right.
But it did help them, you know?
Oh, okay.
Refine the timeline.
Okay.
They realized that whatever happened to Domain probably happened before that meeting.
Okay.
That night.
Makes sense.
So Madhouse said that Domain was supposed to deliver an envelope with birth papers in it. Birth papers.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Detective Jacobson thinks maybe it was a birth certificate.
A birth certificate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
It didn't seem related.
Right.
To his disappearance.
Yeah.
Just a strange detail.
Right. In this already weird story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that about?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why?
Right.
Why would Domain be involved with the birth certificate?
Right.
Was he doing somebody a favor?
Yeah.
Was it like part of his drug dealing?
Right.
Maybe it was like collateral, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
To show he was trustworthy.
Yeah. Could.
You know, in that world where nobody trusts anybody.
Right. Lots of hidden agendas.
So after weeks of searching,
Yeah.
dead ends.
Right.
There's a break in the case.
Really?
Totally unexpected.
Okay.
Middle of a huge winter storm.
Wow.
December 13th. Police officer.
Yeah.
He's clearing snow.
Off the cars, right?
Yeah.
In Hartford.
Okay.
And he finds this maroon Nissan Maxima. Runs the plates.
Yeah.
It's Domain's.
Wow.
After weeks of, not knowing, they finally found his car.
Right.
But it wasn't a happy ending.
Right.
It's like, I can't even imagine
Yeah.
finding that car.
Right.
It must have been
Yeah.
a lot of emotions,
Right.
Relief, like, finally, we found it.
Yeah.
But then, dread.
Yeah.
Knowing
Yeah.
it might not be what you want to see.
And what they found inside?
Yeah.
Devastating.
Oh, no.
It was Domain.
Oh, wow.
In the trunk.
Oh, my gosh.
He was bound.
Oh, wow.
Duct tape covering his face.
Wow.
His head.
That's awful.
It's just a brutal end,
Yeah. Yeah.
to a young life.
Right.
It's a reminder, right,
Okay.
that the world Domain was in.
Yeah.
There was a lot of violence there.
Sure.
Always lurking.
Yeah.
Underneath.
So finding Domain.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been so hard
Of course.
for everyone.
Yeah.
The officers who found him,
Yeah.
the investigators,
Right.
his family,
Yeah.
having to face that.
Yeah.
Awful.
Just terrible.
So the medical examiner said traumatic asphyxia.
Oh, wow.
He was murdered.
Right.
And Detective Jacobson, he noticed some things
Oh, okay.
at the scene.
Yeah.
Domain was barefoot,
Huh.
no jacket,
Okay.
just a T-shirt.
Wow.
And it was December,
Right, yeah.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
So it seemed like he
Yeah.
wasn't killed there where they found the car.
Sometimes the smallest things
Yeah,
are important,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In investigations, they can tell you a lot
right.
about what happened.
Right.
Like how it happened,
Yeah.
where it happened,
Yeah.
how much planning went into it. In this case, it seemed like,
Yeah,
Domain was killed
Yeah.
somewhere else,
right.
and then they moved his body.
Right. And Detective Jacobson, he also thought
Yeah.
that it must have been more than one person.
Really?
Yeah, Domain was like a big guy.
Oh, okay.
And the way he was tied up,
Yeah.
one person couldn't have done that.
Right.
It had to be planned out.
Right.
More than one person.
Wow.
It's scary, right?
Yeah.
They thought about it
Yeah.
and planned it all out.
Right.
So now there's
Yeah.
more people involved, right?
Right.
Makes things more complicated.
Absolutely.
Who were these people?
Right.
How did they know Domain?
Yeah.
Why did they do this?
Right.
Was it like a drug thing,
Yeah. Maybe.
to get rid of competition?
Yeah. Could be.
Or maybe
Yeah.
someone was talking
Right.
and they had to shut him up?
Yeah. Could be.
Or maybe it's something else,
Right.
like
Right.
a vendetta,
Right.
revenge,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's hard to say for sure.
It seems like robbery, right?
Yeah.
That makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
He had a lot of cash.
Yeah.
So, easy target.
Right.
But maybe it wasn't just about the money,
Right. Yeah. Maybe there was something else going on.
maybe.
So the police, they're hoping, right?
Yeah.
They can find something,
Right.
some evidence
Yeah.
to lead them to the killer.
Right.
They went through the car
Yeah.
really carefully,
Yeah.
looking for DNA,
Right.
fibers,
Right.
fingerprints,
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
to connect them to
Yeah.
the people who did this.
Yeah.
But they didn't find anything.
Really?
Yeah, they found some DNA, but
Yeah.
it didn't match anybody.
Oh, wow.
They even checked Madhouse's DNA,
Okay.
just in case,
Yeah.
but it wasn't him.
Uh-huh.
So forensic science, it's amazing.
It's changed everything
Totally.
about how they investigate crimes.
Right.
But it's not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get answers.
Right.
Even with all the fancy technology,
Yeah.
it's a reminder that these investigations,
Yeah.
they can take a long time.
Yeah.
They're hard.
Right.
And you got to be patient,
Yeah.
persistent.
Right.
You got to look everywhere.
Exactly.
So months go by.
Yeah.
Years.
Right.
Nothing.
Wow.
Cold case.
That's tough.
Detective Jacobson was frustrated.
I bet.
The leads dried up.
Right.
Nobody's talking.
Yeah.
It's like everyone involved
Yeah.
in Domain's other life,
Right.
they just vanished,
Yeah.
took their secrets with them.
That happens a lot,
Yeah.
especially with organized crime,
Yeah.
drugs.
Right.
People are scared.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk.
Right.
They don't trust the cops.
Yeah.
It shows you how powerful
These criminal networks are.
Right.
They control people.
Yeah.
Even when the police are looking at them.
So, just when it seemed like this case was going nowhere.
Yeah.
A little bit of hope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came from an unexpected place.
Okay.
2008. An informant.
Okay.
Named Martin.
Martin.
He went to a friend of Detective Jacobson's.
Okay.
With a tip.
Okay.
He said this local drug dealer named Kenneth killed Domain.
Wow.
So these informants, right, they can be really helpful. They give you information you wouldn't get otherwise.
Right.
But gotta be careful, you know.
Right.
They could be lying.
They might have their own reasons for talking.
Right. Maybe they want a deal.
Yeah.
Or they want to get someone in trouble. You never know.
Right.
It was a risky lead.
But Detective Jacobson, he had to check it out. Right.
Of course.
So he looked into Kenneth.
Okay.
And found some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Kenneth lived, like, right around the corner.
Really?
Yeah, from where they found Domain's car.
Wow.
He was a drug dealer.
Okay.
And he hid his stash
Yeah.
in the ceiling.
In the ceiling?
Yeah, like a push tile ceiling.
That's clever.
But there was the problem.
Oh, okay.
He couldn't find any real proof
Oh.
that Kenneth was involved.
Right.
He didn't have any witnesses. No physical evidence.
Right.
And Kenneth's DNA, it wasn't in the system.
Oh, okay.
So he couldn't compare it.
Right.
It was another dead end.
That's so frustrating.
Super frustrating.
I bet.
He had a feeling.
Yeah.
But he couldn't do anything.
Right.
It's like, it's tough, right? For the police.
Totally.
Sometimes they suspect someone.
Right.
But they don't have the proof. It's heartbreaking, you know?
Of course.
For the families.
Yeah.
They want answers.
Right.
But sometimes,
yeah.
you just can't get them.
That's the worst.
Detective Jacobson, he had to let Kenneth go.
Right.
No proof, right.
Yeah.
So the case just sat there.
Right.
Years went by.
Wow.
Colder and colder.
That's got to be tough.
But then, in 2011,
yeah,
something happened.
Okay.
Down in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Hey, Texas.
The DEA. They had something.
What was it?
It's crazy how, like, these criminal networks.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Connected, you know?
Totally.
A case in Texas.
Yeah.
Could be related to a murder in Connecticut.
Oh, connected.
The drug trade.
Yeah.
It's got this this reach.
Yeah.
Goes way beyond, like, you know, state lines.
Totally. It's huge.
So the DEA, they arrested some people.
Okay.
Drug charges. And while they were locked up, these guys started talking.
Really?
About Domain's murder.
Wow. What did they say?
They talked about why it happened,
okay,
how it was set up, who was involved.
Wow.
Details that matched the Hartford case.
So, like, real information.
I mean, you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
Detective Jacobson gets this news.
Right.
A case that's been cold for years.
Right.
Now it's got a pulse again.
Yeah.
A chance to, like, finally find the truth.
Totally. It must have felt amazing.
Oh, yeah.
After all that time.
Like a light at the end of the tunnel.
Totally.
But there's a problem.
Oh, what's that?
The DEA, they wouldn't let him talk to these guys.
Really?
They were focused on their own case. Domain's murder.
Yeah.
Not a priority for them.
It happens, you know. Yeah. Different departments, they have their own things going on.
It's tough.
Totally. Bureaucracy, different priorities.
Right.
Lack of cooperation. It can make things so difficult.
It was crushing, you know, for Detective Jacobson.
Right.
And heartbreaking.
Yeah.
For Domain's family.
Of course.
They just wanted closure.
Right.
And that DEA lead, right?
Yeah.
It was the last real development in the case.
Wow.
Detective Jacobson kept trying.
Yeah.
Phone records.
Yeah.
Contacting other agencies.
Yeah.
He even reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Really?
But nothing.
Yeah.
Hit a wall.
It's like, with cold cases, time just makes things harder.
Right.
Memories fade.
Yeah.
Witnesses disappear.
Right.
Evidence gets lost or damaged.
Right.
Sometimes even with the best investigators.
Yeah.
You just can't solve it.
Domain's stepmom, Dion.
Yeah.
She still hopes
that
they'll find out, you know,
right,
who did it and why.
Right.
She wants closure for Domain's family.
Of course.
Some peace.
It's a natural human need, you know? Yeah.
To understand.
Yeah.
To make sense of something so senseless.
Right.
And to remember the victim.
So no progress. Right.
Yeah.
But Detective Jacobson, he still believes
Yeah.
that this case can be solved.
Good.
He's looking into new forensic tech.
Right.
Hoping that DNA analysis might give him something new.
Yeah. It's amazing what they can do now.
Totally. They can get so much info.
Yeah.
From tiny little pieces of evidence.
It's like a second chance, right, for these old cases.
A fresh look.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe find something they missed.
Totally.
And that's where you come in.
Okay.
If you know anything about Domain's murder.
Yeah.
Even if it seems small, you know.
Right.
Contact the Hartford PD.
Okay.
Major crimes.
Right.
Or their cold case tip line.
Good idea.
We've got the info on our website.
Awesome.
Sometimes it's the little things, right?
Yeah.
A memory, a detail.
Right.
That can crack a case wide open.
It's true. And it shows, like, we can all help, you know?
Totally.
Phone call.
A memory.
Yeah.
It could bring a family some peace.
Yeah.
And bring those responsible to justice.
So, Domain story.
Yeah.
It's tragic, right? Shows how even ordinary lives can be touched by these, like crazy events.
It's true.
Secrets can be deadly.
Yeah.
And the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really hard to find.
It can be a long road.
It makes you think, right? Look beyond what you see.
Yeah.
Don't assume things.
Right.
And never give up
on
finding justice.
I agree.
So thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Into Domain Richard's case.
It's a wild one.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
To the deep dive.
Absolutely.
For more real-life mysteries.
Yes, more deep dives.
We'll see you next time.